first of all, it's fair to say that, when a Uber driver is ferrying, I don't know, 20, 30, customers throughout the day, there's probably less congestion on the road compared to each of us, driving our own vehicle going from one place. Is that ride sharing is part of the solution for, heavily congested roads that we have in our cities?
I think that is the core thesis which we believe in and which has been playing out. Fundamentally, if you are able, the ride-hailing vehicle is probably doing 12 to 15 trips a day. For that particular socioeconomic segment, they would have otherwise likely taken out a private vehicle to go from point A to point B. So those many lesser cars come out of the driveway if you are able to serve that. Obviously, to do that, we need to make sure that the reliability and experience actually match to what consumers would expect. Second horizon, which you imagine, we are able to input 2 or 3 people in the same vehicle who are going from point A to point B. And technology allows us to do that matching. I am going from here to Whitefield.
Do you have that product already in there?
We have had that product pre-pandemic. During pandemic, for obvious reasons, we at that point scaled it down, and we will look to bring it back in due course. Third, imagine you can then take the same technology, and what if you are able to then put even larger number of people in a larger vehicle together, which will begin to look like, say, what historically a public transport bus could have looked like. But this is no longer constrained to have a fixed route only, which is hard-coded for multiple months. Imagine routes which can change every week because you're continuously optimizing. And then suddenly you can make an economic case for this. Delhi today, we have a vibrant Uber shuttle network, which is these buses which you can book through the app. On an average, each bus is coming every 3.5 minutes.
But
and the comfort
where does
of
the bus come? If I book a bus, where will it come?
No, there are predefined spots which have been mapped out where the buses will stop with very clear markings, etc.
Okay, you can look for a spot closest to you, just walk to
whatever 100 meters from Leela Hotel or X place from Rameshwaram Cafe, and you will be able to do that. And it's already seeing incredible utilization and adoption. So now you have suddenly taken a simple technology solution from point A to point B, put more people in the same asset. Now you've taken it into a bigger asset, and then suddenly you can imagine the value which ride-hailing is bringing. On top of it, ride-hailing is the most efficient way to feed a public transport ecosystem. The best answer any day for a city is a good public transport network. The metro system, which is in now growing in multiple cities.
And I think in Delhi you can also book metro.
Yes,
Uber app, right?
In Delhi, we can actually now, we have introduced metro ticketing so that when we realize that there is a large number of users who are booking an Uber Moto or Uber Auto to go to the metro station or out of the metro station. But for then booking the metro ticket, they have to either take out their pass or take another app. So we said, why don't we just allow that to also happen? Imagine then this is a feeder system being created into the most efficient way of how a city should commute. I think that's why I'm so convinced that shared mobility is the path forward for the high congestion reality in the market. And we have to be able to obviously rise to the occasion as a platform to provide the service standards and reliability, which will give you the confidence to not buy your second car or a second two-wheeler or hopefully at some point even the first car. We're seeing that many of the early jobbers joining the network are choosing not to buy their first asset, or at least delaying the purchase of that.
At SparX, we aim to bring to you stories of exponential impact. We share in-depth analysis of what goes behind success stories. If you find our conversations interesting, you can join us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. You can also listen to SparX on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or any other audio platform of your choice. If you have any suggestions on who we should invite or what topics we need to cover, just let us know in the comments. We are always listening, looking for ways to improve, and keep getting better as we go along.